So how do you design it? How do you catch up to, because they're kicking our ass. I mean, that's the thing that makes it so difficult is they're so much more agile, even in the way of, let's use your sort of example of part of financialization is in some ways like setting up microwave towers right next to where the trading is going so that you're making all your money on volatility or payment for order flow or all these other kinds of invented or gamifying it so that it resembles more, FanDuel than it might anything resembling the real economy. And the SEC is completely overmatched. What are the things you can design to get ahead of it in pragmatic terms?
Right. So what this leads me to is just to think is that what we really need is quite sort of blunt, broad-based constraints.
Like Volcker rule kinds of that one page, if you're a bank, you can't use savings to finance your whatever adventurism and financialization.
Right. So very clear lines, what kinds of institutions can and can't do. Very clear transparency and disclosure requirements. So if you are planning to collect 7% of people's investments in fees to yourself, you actually have to publish that very clearly, so that, a pension fund knows that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Things like just stock buybacks are not allowed, which was the case until 1983. It's very funny. You say we should get rid of stock buybacks. People are like, oh, like that's Marxist. I'm like, well, it was also U.S. law for more than 200 years. So, we're
right. But they say anything you do is, you really are, you're wading into a battle that I think the left has been fighting for a really long time, which is there's this strange kind of dichotomy that if the government intervenes with the market, in quotes, on behalf of labor, that's Marxist. But if they intervene on behalf of financialization, easing their road, that's capitalism. Like, I think that's the frustration. You talk about, I understand the frustration that you may have with the left, but that's the frustration I think that the left has, that, there's this, as you said earlier, kind of this dogma. The government doesn't pick winners and losers. And I think if you're on the left, you go, no, it does all the time, but it just picks the winners that have the most access to it and the most money. And that's our frustration.